Hello YouTube, how you doing? My name's Jai. I'm taking you to work with me today, doing a job in rural Scotland. We're turning a, furniture factory into a 6-bedroom house. It's going to be fantastic when we're done. Cannot fucking wait to see what happens. So, it is February in Scotland. It's freezing, soaking, usual. You get used to it. I've been doing this for 20 years. I'm still not used to it. Anyway, so we're working in a abandoned furniture factory and we're now turning it into a 6-bedroom mansion. 6 bed, 4 bath, 3 living rooms, 1 kitchen, 2 garages. It's a massive job, probably about 12 months. But anyway, I'm going to take you with me to do everything that I'm doing today. I should have really started this video when I took on the job. Obviously, priorities take priority. So we were in a bit of a rush to get certain things done for other firms coming in. So we've got the blacksmiths and the steel workers coming in to move beams, move H-beams. We've got electricians coming in to change supplies. It's a 3-phase supply in here. We're dropping it down to a single phase. We've got so much. We've got roofers, we've got brickies, we've got everybody coming in. So we're in the process of ripping out all the old stuff, all the old materials, and the first job that we're doing is we are moving the staircase. I'll show you where the staircase was originally in a couple of minutes, but at the moment I'm just going to show you the top floor because this is where we're working predominantly at the start. So let's have a wee look, shall we? It's a massive, massive building. So this obviously was a furniture factory and this was the front door. This is where the entrance was. Came along a small lobby, came up the first set of stairs, and as you can see we have staff only. I'm not staff. Anyway, so we've come up and we've started ripping up the floorboards. Some of the joists will be getting moved in the next few days. We'll chop the joists out because we have a welding firm coming in, a blacksmith firm coming in to move these H-beams. I'll see if I can zoom in. So right along there, underneath that wooden trim, is a supporting H-beam. And that is getting moved from there to roughly about there. Which seems pretty pointless, but it's not. There's method in the madness. And the reason for that is this entrance here that we've got, this enclosure here that we've got, is getting boarded up. I think it's a cool feature, and if I owned the house, then I 100% would be keeping this. I'd probably use it as a feature, to be fair, but the owner is not interested in having a knock through, as we would call it. So, as I said, this H-beam here is moving over slightly, only ever so slightly, possibly about a metre, 1.2, something like that. And we've got to rip out this continuous floor here because, try not to fall through the joists, this is where the staircase is going to go from the bottom floor coming up to here. So this is all getting chopped out and prepped for the joiners to come in and start building the staircase. So that's stage 1, that's what we're at so far. Like I said, we've only been in here for about a week and a half. We've already demolished all the walls. These were all partitioned walls, so as you can probably see the ground lines, there's a partition wall there, and then a doorway, and then a partition wall there. So that's all been cleared out, completely ripped out, and ready to go. This here also was the same, probably see again, ground line. So that was steel partition, steel stud, and that was all plaster boarded with the entrance in the middle. That's all been removed, prepped, ready to knock this secondary wall. This secondary partition will be coming down soon as well. Probably only take it back to where the door frame is. But anyway, that's where we started off, and we've got most of it demolished. As you can see, the place is all marked out size-wise. These are for sheeting, so these are sheeting sizes. So you'll need to bear with me because I've only been on this job for 2 weeks. This job's been active for about 6 weeks, but I need to show you this. So can you imagine that? I think this is going to be the master bedroom. Obviously the kids have been in and had a drink and set a fire. So this is going to be the master bedroom. This used to be office space and it's been demolished. It was all aluminium kit, framed all the way around, full glass units. and it was split into 4 office partitions, and I believe that was the company owners. Yeah, it was the owner of the company. They used to sit up here, and you'll see why. Because if you were the boss, you would have this as a view. So we are roughly about 20-25 miles from Glasgow city centre. Probably better down there actually. And it's pretty much prime location in the event that you happen to have a few pounds, a few quid in your pocket, and you want to live isolated. So, as I said, we've already ripped out the first floor. We've ripped out part of the second, the bottom floor as well. In fact, we've ripped out most of the bottom floor. We are predominantly focusing on getting the H-beams moved and all support and structure into position where it needs to be in order to pass regulation, and the staircase. That's the first priorities. So I will catch up with you in a few moments and I'll show you downstairs. So this is the current stair setup. This is the setup for getting upstairs at the moment, and it's not ideal. It's not terrible either, but it's not ideal. Not the best looking if you were walking into a 6-bedroom house. It is not the best. But anyway, if we take a wee walk downstairs, we'll see how big the space is downstairs. It's going to be divided up into a living room, kitchen, and multiple bedrooms, toilet, etc. So this is actually going to be a drive-in garage. So by the time all this wall gets taken away, or at least an enclosure big enough for a car to come through, we are chopping out there, removing the window. But sorry, we'll be removing all the windows, bricking up the 2 at the side, there and there, hatching out this section here to allow an entrance for the car to come in. And the cars obviously will be screeding this floor. These tiles will be coming up, and we'll be screeding the floor so it's solid, compact, and nice and level. And oh god, as you can see, it's in some mess. There's been multiple fires, multiple floods. But anyway, we move on. This is going to be the garage area, so you'll be able to drive straight in from the entrance, which will be here, right there, and you'll be able to walk down a small set of stairs, which will then take you to the main living area. And again, this space down here is absolutely huge. In fact, I'll show you how big it is. It's massive. So it's roughly about 25 metres. Very big space. It's going to be a fantastic living area. Again, double doors looking onto a balcony. Beautiful. So, this is where the staircase is going to begin. Starts there, works its way up onto the second floor. This will all be boxed off. I've not drew the ground lines yet, but if we go from this H-beam to this partition wall, we will be roughly about, what's the markings? Say from there to there is probably about maybe 1.8, something like that, 1.8 metres. And then the staircase starts from, hard to see the markings on the camera, from here to here. So that itself quite a space. So it's going to be a double staircase, which means with plenty of room to get furniture, which you can imagine would be quite big in a property like this, up and down the staircase. We'll remove the joists, the blacksmiths will come in, remove this H-beam. We're going to move this one over, we're moving it back. We will then beam again from, oh god, if I can see myself, from there all the way across to there, which will give us a split centre, which gives us enough room to be able to batten over the top, cross members, floorboards down, take away the banister, should be all nice and level. So I understand, I'm filming this on a phone, it's not the greatest, I understand that, but I just wanted to get started. Feel like I've missed a trick we should have had it recording, get some footage and content for when we were ripping out. But regardless, anyway, it's just to give you a small idea of what the project is, and obviously during editing I'll be able to clean it up, show you things that are really quite important, things that need done drastically, need done quickly. Like I said, we've got a couple of days. The blacksmiths are in. This is currently Thursday, the 26th of February. The blacksmiths are due in Monday. Don't know what date that would be. I think that's possibly the 1st of March. Can't remember. And I'm shite at maths. So, that's where we are so far. Currently in another section of the building ripping out, because in here's pretty much prepped. The only thing that's got to happen now is the joists need cut out and moved. They're 8x2s, 8x2 joists. So we'll get them out tomorrow and all cleaned up, ready to go. Make sure we've got access for the guys to bring their cranes in, or their hoist and lifting equipment, which would actually be done over my shoulder through that double door, which is perfect. And I'll catch up with you in the next segment. We're back to it. We are heading outside. Oh, it's quite windy outside, so fuck knows what the sound will be like. But this is the forecourt. This is the forecourt or the foreyard. This is going to be another area for parking and a front garden space, a bit of greenery as well. So I'll show you the outside, what we're dealing with. And we'll go onto the dumper. My young labourer David is up there on the other part of the building that I'll show you in a minute, and he is ripping out all the old furniture on any non-fixed fittings coming out, getting launched out the window, straight into the dumper, take it round to the back to the fire. So I'll show you that just now. So we have, don't mind the scaffold, half-built scaffolding. It's a massive area. Massive front garden is what it's going to be. So it'll be triangulated. So from about there, running diagonal across to this sandstone wall, there'll be greenery, that'll be lovely grass. And on this side we are going to have spaces for cars. I think the owner requested a 5 space lot. I'm not really sure. I'll need to go back to the drawings and check, but again, this isn't to be completed until possibly closer towards the end of the year, the end of the summer probably, get into autumn. But we've had all this muck cleared because obviously we've been abandoned. It's been here here growing by itself, totally untamed, for about 5 years. So that's really just 5 years worth of shrubbery and weeds. And the guy that came in, Simon, the brilliant guy, came in a day and a half later. He had it all scraped, all levelled, all drains exposed. Brilliant. So this is a forecourt, like I said, as you see, it's some size. The building's massive, really quite hard to see in this camera, but it's massive. We've got all the windows out, all ready to be bricked up. The majority of them will be bricked up. In fact, all of that side will be bricked up. Same with them two at the bottom there. They're also knocked out. And believe it or not, from this cast iron guttering, actually it's not even that side of it, it's this side of it, in line with that window up there, in line there, slice right down that wall. Everything here that you can see is getting demolished. So that'll be good. That'll be a good laugh. So let's go and see how young David's getting on. It's probably going to be dark here for a moment, just till we get through the entrance. It's like a haunted house. Again, another section of the factory that's totally abandoned. So you can see this place is absolutely massive. And the owner's going to utilise every single bit of space in this property. This is just one section. That's just one section of the outbuildings, which are soon to become the in-buildings. And again, we have another walkthrough. And as you can see, it's huge. I think that was the old powder coating station. You can see somebody's left a mess behind. It wasn't me. And we have another huge section. But it doesn't end there. it carries on even more. Be great, wouldn't it? Be a great life, having that money to be able to, I don't know, first off buy the building, maybe $500,000, and then a refurb on it, about 300,000. So we'll go up and see what young David's doing. Probably sitting his arse on his phone. Let's go check. Well, I can hear something moving. Again, more rooms, more storage. Cottage style windows. Leaks, fires, the lot. So, unfortunately, me being me, my phone wasn't charged. Therefore, I had to cut the footage where it was, and that was 2 days ago. 3 days ago, sorry. We're now on March the 2nd, Monday, March the 2nd, and we've got the blacksmiths in, cutting down the banisters and moving the H-beams from the first segment of the video. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave it here for part 1. Part 2 will be with you in a few days. We've got quite a few jobs coming up. I'll be able to show you all the joists being removed from the first segment of the video, all the floors being uplifted, the H-beams being moved, the banisters being removed, and then we'll be able to get a picture of how far or how long it's going to take and what the process and method is for reinstating the upper floor on the other building. So thank you very much for watching. I know it's been probably a very long, messy, badly edited video, but this is my first video, first long form video on YouTube. I'm hoping to create a lot more in the next coming weeks, can't guarantee it. And I'll get as much footage as I can, but it'd be great if you could do me a favour. Drop a small like, subscribe, even if you never watch me again, just to get me up on my feet and get started. A like and a subscribe, and if you've got the time, comment. And if you think that you could do things better, do things differently, do things quicker, or you've got any advice, tips, or anything else that you want to put in the comments, just add them. Catch you next one, guys. Cheers.